Before they run down the hill at Clemson, they touch Howard's rock. Only if they're ready to go, because if they're not, as Frank Howard himself said, keep your stinking hands off my rock. Death Valley in Clemson, South Carolina, home to the Tigers. We've got a top 25 matchup on hand. Two of the premier teams in the land looking to make a statement that will resonate. As we'll see, the number 11 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on the 13th ranked team in the land, the Clemson Tigers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Clemson will boot it away to get this one started. He'll call for the fair catch here. This crowd trying to show them what it's going to be like all day in this house. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and they just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. This offense has a second down play. The give to the tailback. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And that pass picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Offense set on first down. Here's the handoff. Made a defender miss. At the 20, he's got space. He'll be down at the 4-yard line after that.
Every time he touches the ball, you can feel the excitement from this home crowd because Palmer, he can go the distance with that game-breaking speed.
You're right, David. He's a special talent. I'll tell you, these fans, they come here to see this guy.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Clemson. They'll try to add another to their lead.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was payback.
And he makes the extra point. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Oh, he's going to take a chance. Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. Good pick up there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up.
It's so important this offense is able to get this guy the ball in space, especially on the perimeter of the field. And I love that last play call because he's able to get outside and use his speed. To me, that's where this guy is his most dangerous.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. First down here for the offense. They want to throw it. Just a short pass to the tight end. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. That last completion sets him up on second down. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
Now on fourth down and 5, they'll try to move the chains. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the tight end. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but on big moments, big fourth downs, they look for it.
And those guys...
Ball in the air, intercepted. Bringing it back. You're not getting him on the ground, still on his feet. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. They've got it first and 10 at the 50. He'll start this drive firing. Pass on the way, it's picked off. He'll go out of bounds, but just what they needed to get the ball back.
What a nice catch by the defensive back. Listen, a lot of times you see DBs get in position to make plays, but there's a reason they play DB and not wide receiver. Great job finishing the interception, catching the ball, and making a big play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Offense gets set for second down. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
They're working that left side.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
They'll try it on the ground. Tackled after picking up the first down.
And I like this. I like aggressiveness, especially early in ball games. Set the tone. I'm going to go for it. I'm going to play four-down football. Nowadays, it makes a lot of sense. You see it with analytics. Go for it, even if it's in your own territory.
Firing to the right, complete. And he's brought down after a nice game. The Gators are on the move. Wide out in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. He's back to throw on second down. Quickly out to the tight end. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. Quick pass on the jet motion. He ended up going backwards on the play, and they will not convert that third down.
And as an offense, you've got an unconventional call. You're trying to get your receiver the ball using pre-snap motion, but you've got to do a better job up front blocking. Couldn't get it done, and now it sets up fourth down.
Got it past the marker. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense. Sometimes we don't give enough credit to a receiver knowing exactly where he needs to be on the field, and they pick up the first down there.
Yeah, and you've got to give the receiver credit, obviously knowing where that is, but the defender needs to know where it is too. Where is he trying to get? That ball's going to come out quick. He didn't really understand where the sticks were, and because of that, he gives up the first down. Need to just be a little bit more aware as a defensive guy.
And they make the stop, and this offense has it inside the 5, and they are threatening. Snags it! And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Man, you got to love the effort, selling out for that. Listen, it wasn't a deep pass down the field. It's a short pass, but great effort, laying out, good body control, bringing in the diving catch.
The quarterback sneak, looking to eke out a few yards. Wedges, pushes, and he's over and in for the touchdown.
Man, those are so hard to stop defensively. We're just trying to dive in there on the D-line and create a pile and stuff them on first down, and second down they go to Old Faithful, run the quarterback sneak to perfection.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. Well, let's see if this drive goes better than the last one. They were in and out quickly after the quick pick, David.
Yeah, first play, big mistake, man. Now, let's get this offense in a little bit of a rhythm. Maybe before you open it up again, Palmer, or you trust him right away.
He seems to me like the guy maybe that just needs to kind of get into the flow of the game. So maybe you get the running game going here and just give him some easy looks to let him get lathered up.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. That last play changed everything on this possession. They've got it 1st and 10 inside the 30. Quarterback checking the play. Wants to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. There's always that issue of conference pride, keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage. And the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
They're looking to pass from the red zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, Tiger!
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into games because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. comes the offense. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paulo.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. He's looking to throw it. Going to try to get it himself. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. On second down, he'll fire. Finds the tight end. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Buys a little time. Fires downfield. Tip ball, put it up for grabs, and I thought he had it, but somehow it slithered through his fingers.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
Off the play fake. Looking to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, Florida! And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby.
Yeah, and the passing game comes through, man, and we need more of that in the second half. An extra point away from tying this football game. You trailed a little bit in the first half, stayed calm. If this passing game can continue to heat up, look out in the second half.
After that latest answer tied things up, just about set to kick it away again. On the run from inside his own 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Moving the running back, trying to get the D to tip its hand. Feeling some heat. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Well, this defense felt coming into the game that if he was going to try to throw from the pocket, they could get to him and affect his accuracy, and they did on that last play.
Quarterback checking off. On third and long, try to convert through the air. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
This guy's seriously not going to go for it this close to his own end zone. I mean, he does have a punter, doesn't he? On fourth down, going to the air. Throws to the wideout. And the incomplete pass turns it over in their own end.
There are analytics out there in college football that say maybe you can go for that at that point of the field here in the first half. It's still early. If you don't get it, you can come back later in the game, make it up, score some more points, and that mistake will be erased. The problem is right now at this juncture of the game, that was a big-time error. The fact that you didn't get that, you're now gifting your opponent points.
The Gators will hustle to the line. They'll leave it with the lone back. He's there to make the stop.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch. Their physical pass defense, it brings up a fourth down. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. Splits the uprights, it's good. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. After putting 3 on the board, the kickoff unit ready to go. And there will be no return on this one as the ball bounds into the end zone. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. They were really aggressive going for it in their own end last time and put them in a tough spot, David.
Yeah, aggressive, reckless. They got to find the balance with this offense to really be productive.
And he intercepts it. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Use the play fake, now to throw. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. The pass falls incomplete, and there are 8 seconds left.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
Give to the running back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Wants to throw on third. Unleashes one deep. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Gators will line up to kick off and start the second half. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. The offense set for a first down play. From the gun, running back gets to give. Continuing to turn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. He's got it on the right. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Third down coming up.
They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm. What better way than converting on 3rd down? Awesome job by the quarterback getting first position.
Clemson set up with another first down. The give on the inside. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. He's looking to throw. Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. It's caught downfield. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will put them up here in the second half. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
2 very different emotions inside the locker rooms of these teams who did battle today. Georgia State looked like a program ready to take the next step after a big road win today. This was a complete team effort from the Panthers. Offense, defense, and special teams doing its part. impressive to say the least. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings and the other heads home licking its wounds.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good... And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. Touchdown, Clemson! A great return for the touchdown. Any return for a touchdown is a great one to a defense. What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense returns you offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And he's going to run it back. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
On second down, he's looking downfield. Unleashes it. Connection to the right. They got him free for a big gainer down to the 43.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Getting some heat. Hit as he throws. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Quarterbacks need time when they're in the pocket to complete throws. That QB had no shot after taking that hit.
Wants to fire on second down. It's complete to the right. Nice gain of 6, leaving them with 3rd and 4.
The defense has their hands full trying to stop this guy in the slot. They're going to have to figure something out to bracket him, try and get 2 bodies around him, maybe get some safety help as well, because right now they do not have the answer for this guy.
Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Inside the 25. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. The Gators come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll throw it on first down. On target over the middle. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The Gators will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. DB's right up on the receivers. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the run. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! Got to start cutting into this lead somewhere. Now the question, will they have enough time?
But that's step one. You got to get that first score. You got to get back in the ball game and get some of that momentum back on your side. You still got more work to do, but step one accomplished.
On the ground. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. So a drive there of 85 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Florida! How about that D coming up with a play like that? The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Running back searching for a hole. And the defense stops him just short of the first down. Maybe needed a few more chain links to move the sticks. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's third and short. Looking to throw for it. Gets rid of it. Got his man. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. Clemson is quick to the line. Third and short, and I guess the only thing they really took out of play in the shotgun was the quarterback sneak.
Yeah, and that's kind of what I like to do, Rick.
And the ball is caught. He's inside the 35. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Tigers. Here comes the two-point try. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And perhaps a slightly more difficult attempt from the 8. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finish with a 62-yard pass for the score. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. So much for the touchback. Here he comes. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Here comes the offense on first down. He's going to pass. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. Nice run there, picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
And that's a pretty good job by this defense. Man, it's so hard to limit these quarterbacks, and they're spreading you out all over the field. When they take off, it's hard to limit the damage. Nice job limiting the damage. And I'll tell you what, make it physical. Finish those plays and try to tackle that guy and make him think about running the football in the future.
Fast motion from the offense. Little touch pass to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Let's see what they do on third down.
That's the end of the third quarter of play.
Listen to this crowd just shaking the girders of this place, trying to help their defense. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man on the right. And he converts on third down as he gets it out to the 26. And the Gators are in the hurry-up.
Well, offensively, they knew they were going to have some matchups they could take advantage of in this one, and all of a sudden, this quarterback has now over 300 yards passing in the game. Defensively, David, he has got them on their heels.
And he's been showing you a little bit of everything. He can throw it all over the field to all different receivers, to his tight ends, to his running backs. Really has the ability to spread it around, and now over 300 yards. Still some time left, and he can put up even bigger numbers. And heck, go chase some awards, man. Get some postseason awards. Get an All-American. Just put up a day.
He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Across the 35. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Gators will snap it on 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. He breaks a tackle. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. No huddle here for the offense. Wide receiver shows motion. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately...
Got some room, entered to the goal line. Touchdown, Gators! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
I think one of the most underrated things we talk about with a QB is timing. Being able to get the ball out of his hands to his receiver where he can continue to catch the football and run with it. Nice pitch, nice catch, nice play in the 4th quarter when you needed it for this team to take the lead.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. North Texas is going to walk off the field there in Denton with a much-needed victory. They had this one circled on the calendars for some time, and regardless the score, that W has to feel good. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update. Finds that crease, and he's got 4 out to the 29. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Quarterback extends the play. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be 3rd down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. Got it in the middle. It's Miller. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down.
Love the route there by the tight end in man-to-man coverage. He's able to separate from the defender, and then once he has the ball, he's able to rip through the tackle and go get more yards.
They'll keep it on the ground. Dragged down at the 43, but it's a pickup of 10 on that one.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
To the air on first down. And that one's incomplete. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the big fella. Makes the catch, and he's brought down.
Coming into this one, I thought this guy was going to be a monster. He was going to put up huge numbers. We know this is a big part of the offense week in, week out. The defense has done a great job clamping down on him. That is only his 2nd catch so far in this game.
Hand off from the shotgun. Across the 25, he's got room. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and the defense needs to come up with a stop to close this thing out. Now down to the 12-yard line, it's first down. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play.
Second down coming up.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. He'll pull it on the read. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
This defense really has their hands full, guys. They got to play with great eye discipline because they don't know who's going to be keeping the football in the run game. And that time, you saw the QB. He was able to kind of skirt his way to get some positive yards.
And the pass is incomplete, but there is a flag, and that receiver might have used a push-off to get free.
You don't see offensive pass interference called very often, so usually you know it's pretty blatant. It's pretty obvious. It's a severe push-off or, obviously trying to break up a play so you don't give up a pick, but clear offensive pass interference on that play.
Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Defense more than happy to take that free yardage. Ninth play of the drive coming up, but this one will be tough. 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's got it on the move. Down 4 late, they have to convert on 4th down to keep hope alive. He caught it. So the offense gets an automatic first down after the roughing the passer penalty. And the defense is just about out of room to defend. They are backed up right on the doorstep. They're going to run it. Touchdown, Clemson. And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football.
And he puts it down the middle, and the lead is 3 here in the final period. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return.
And the 4 offense will take over 1st and 10.
Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. So the first order of business here, David, is don't knock yourself out of field goal range.
Correct. Don't take the sack. Don't get a negative play. But if I can be aggressive, Palmer, I'm still trying to go to the end zone to get the immediate done.
And take as much pressure off of your kicker as you possibly can. You just got to wonder what he's thinking right now. Lots of pressure on him.
The offense uses a timeout, 20 ticks remaining. They've got to move quickly here. Still a chance, but they've got to force the ball down the field. Trying to find his man on first down. Not in lockstep there with the receiver.
Well, I know it hasn't been a tremendous day statistically for this quarterback, but his decision-making has been good enough to win this game. Hasn't thrown a lot of TDs so far, but when things aren't open, he throws it away like on that play right there. He's not putting his team in a bad spot, and that's why they still have a shot to walk out of here with a W.
Defense uses a timeout. The clock stops with 17 seconds left. No time to waste here. They've got to get set and pick up chunk yardage. He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. Finds his tight end. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
This game will come down to this, a field goal try to save them. They get the timeout, and the clock reads 3 seconds. And they'll pat the kicker on the tail and tell him to go give it a shot. And with 3 seconds left, a last chance to extend the game into overtime. The offense gets a quick timeout at this point. Every second is precious. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. And the kick is going to miss to the left. Hooked it. No good. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football